So one of the things that I've always wanted to ask an exorcist or someone who assists an exorcist is the famous line, "The devil hates Latin." You ever seen that in practice?
We very much see it in practice. We see it, and really it's for three reasons. Anything that I say is coming. I watch in sessions with Father, and over the years, I'm not a highly trained person. I'm not an educated person. I've just bring 25 years of observational watching and saying this is what is a constant. But there's a constant yielding or sensitivity to Latin on the part of the demon for three reasons. And to follow St. Thomas with regard to ranking or primacy, the primary reason is it's the last of the sacred languages which is in usage. What makes it sacred is that it was written on the placard above our Lord at Calvary. And there's no such thing as slang Latin. It meant today what it meant then. And there's no interpretive, if you will. There's no way to Jesuitically massage Latin as to it meaning something different. It is what it is. It's unchanging. So that's the primary reason. The secondary reason is that it is a formality. It is the language of the church. For centuries, it was the official language of the church. When a priest uses that, he's speaking with a formality to which the demon must now, it's the language of the court, if you will. Demons are lawyers from hell. They're always wanting to argue jurisdiction. They're always wanting to argue procedure, etc. But when a priest begins to speak Latin, it is the language of the court, and immediately the demon is called before the judge, just with that understanding that, okay, now this is the language of the court. The third is that St. Charles Borromeo, when he wrote the 1614 Rite in Latin, and it's been in constant use since 1614.
And you're talking about the Rite of Exorcism, is that right?
Yes, the solemn Rite of Exorcism, as St. Charles Borromeo wrote it, especially the second chapter. It's unique language where a priest, a human, adjures an incorporeal creature, a fallen angel. It's very unique language, and it's very compelling. It's very controlling. It's very pinpoint. Nowhere else do you see this kind of language. And the demons have had 400 years to get used to this type of adjuration, if you will. And so many of them know the solemn rite by rote, by heart. They know it, as well as the Mass. They know the prefaces, the responses, the collects, and they can give those. Oftentimes, various exorcists will command the demon to recite the collect of the day or the preface of the day. Now, the demon will be possessing often an illiterate person, a person with no knowledge of Latin, certainly no liturgical knowledge. And then you will hear a voice in Latin give perfectly the collect for the day out of the old traditional Mass. How does that happen? And so it's one of the tests of possession. It's one of the ways that the priest compels the demon to acknowledge the veracity of the Mass.